be cooking. I do have to top up on chicken for lunch, so I am gonna take you all along to do that with me. So today's chicken that we're gonna be making is Trinidad Stew Chicken. Just now. So we're gonna be making Trini Stew Chicken, right? Let me see what's going on here. Right, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making some Trini Stew Chicken, and behind me I have my pot. I'm going to put on the stove, so my stove is on. My stove is on and we are going to be making some stew chicken. So stew chicken is actually one of our local Trinidad dishes. We tend to pair it a lot with a lot of peas, a lot of pies, just about anything. It can even be eaten alone. I love stew chicken. So that is what we're going to be making today. Hello, what's up? How are we doing today? We are doing great. It's great to have you here. I was just saying that we're cooking today. So yesterday we we were out the road doing a job. What are you doing now? I'm gonna cook, so I'm waiting for my pot on this side here to start to get heated up. I don't really need this big pot, but I'm using it so that you all could actually see what I'm doing and how the chicken is gonna come out. So we're making Trini Stew Chicken, and my name is Cherise and I am from Trinidad. I'm making Trini or Trinidad Stew Chicken. That's what I'm making today. Yeah, so I had this morning, I cleaned this morning when I wake up early. I woke up really, really early to get my son ready for school and then my husband ready for work. And I also cleaned chicken and seasoned chicken. So this is my seasoned chicken here. And what the green stuff that you're seeing there, that is seasoning. Y'all can check out the live from yesterday. Are you from Trinidad? Yes, I am from Trinidad, Marlon. I live in Trinidad also. So I am waiting for my pot behind me to get heated up. But yesterday I would have made fresh green seasoning so that I can season my meat. So today is time to actually cook my meat, right? Hi, greetings from Uganda. Nice to have you here. So I'm just gonna turn on this side until my pot is ready, right? So I'm waiting for my pot to get heated up, and yesterday on my previous live where I did a grocery haul as well as a fruit haul, I purchased some items to make green season, Trinidad green seasoning. So today I got to season my chicken. So this is my seasoned chicken. Thank you, Bread Fed, for that gift. So I seasoned my chicken this morning and then I put it in the deep freeze to marinate. So basically it marinated for approximately, let's say 2 to 3 hours. If you don't have that time to allow your chicken to get marinated with that seasoning, then at least 30 minutes is fine. Thank you, the savage. Yes, everyone like and subscribe. So allowing the chicken to get marinated, it's going to allow all of that flavor to get really embedded into the chicken. And then while we're cooking, actually, I am going to gradually add more seasoning to my pot. Alright? So we're making Trini Stew Chicken for those of you who just came in. I'm not making an entire meal today because I do still have leftover food remain, and I prefer to eat that out before I make an entire new meal. However, I do need to top up on meat. Our family, we love chicken. We love mostly chicken because we do not consume pork or pig, anything like that. So what are you mainly working on over there? What do you mean? So let's get started. I think by now my pot is heated up, right? So for your pot, I'm gonna be using some oil. If you get vegetable oil, better yet. I only got soybean oil, so that's what I'm using today. And you're gonna put some of that into your hot pot, and you're using approximately, let's say, 2 tablespoons of oil. All right. And for your chicken, my chicken is mostly seasoned with green seasoning. Our green seasoning contains chive, shadow benny, celery, pimento, garlic, and ginger. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But I don't live Arima anymore. I reside in Central now. And for your stew chicken, you're going to need brown sugar. It's just in a Nesquik tin, but it's brown sugar, right? And I'm using this much brown sugar. And I'm just going to spread that throughout my pot. And I'm going to wait for it to caramelize. All right? This is going to be enough sugar for one whole chicken. This is a whole chicken minus the feet, because when I purchased it, it didn't have any feet with it. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. So I'm just waiting for my pot to become caramelized. When it has started caramelizing, I will show you guys what it looks like, because from this angle I'm not able to, yeah, I have to show you all like that, right? So the pot is hot, yes, but we still have to wait for the oil to heat up and for that sugar to start melting down. Now when the sugar starts melting down, it's going to get brown. It's going to get a really light brown first, and then it's going to get even a darker brown. And when it has started getting that darker brown color, almost frothing, that is the ideal time for you to put in your chicken. Right? So we're just waiting for that to caramelize. You making stew chicken? Yes, I am. Yeah, I am. So when your sugar has started caramelizing, that is going to be the ideal time for you to put your chicken in. Good morning, Chris. How are you? Both is pretty common where we live, but I do beauty, so I do hair and makeup, like braids and styling natural curly hair or just natural hair on the whole. That is what I do for work. Yeah. So I am just waiting for my pot really to get heated up really well. So I'll turn this side in the meantime, because the standing close to the pot is pretty hot, right? Yeah, so we're just waiting. Thank you so very much, Chris. Thank you, the savage. Yeah, so we're just waiting for that for that sugar to start getting brown, and I'll kind of show you what it looks like, because this tripod cannot go up like the other one. So it has started to get really light on that side, so I'm just waiting for it to really caramelize. I think I'm gonna set up my other light so you all can see properly.
Excuse me.
Alright, so I think if I Bafana, I think I said that right. So I'm gonna show you guys. So it has started getting a bit more on the darker brown side, and it has started floating a little bit there, but we still have to wait a little while for it to fully float like that and get a bit darker. I'm trying to position my light so that you all can see it properly. Right, so when cooking, you should communicate with. I was communicating, I just said that I was moving to set up a light. Right, so this is what our sugar is gonna start to look like. I want it to get a bit more on the darker brown side, and by doing so, let me see if I can take this up a bit. My name is Sharice. You just came in. My name is Sharice. Right? So it has started getting darker, and I'm just gonna make sure that everything looks like that. And once I start doing that, I'm gonna put in the chicken. Right, so now that my chicken is in, I'm gonna mix it around so that it gets that color. All right. So it has started to get that really nice rich brown color. Like that. And we are not gonna add any water whatsoever to the pot. We want the chicken to really take that color. So we're gonna leave this for a little while, and the chicken itself is gonna spring its own water. And then after, we will gradually add water to the pot in order to slowly cook the chicken effectively, right? So I'm gonna leave this for a bit, probably just for about 2 to 3 minutes. You're gonna see it springing its own water. We do have some green seasoning left back here, but we're not gonna throw that away. That is going into the pot in a little while, right? But we really want that chicken to start browning and getting that really nice rich dark brown color first. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, so we really wanted to get that really nice rich brown color, and then we will add water, because if we add water too soon, we are not gonna get that really nice rich golden brown stew chicken that we want, right? So you also don't want your sugar to brown too dark, almost black, because then what would happen is that your chicken is gonna have that bitter taste, because now your sugar has been burned too much. So getting it black, it's not gonna work. You want it to get a really nice dark brown caramel color. We are making Trinidad stew chicken. Yeah. So I'm gonna give this a good mix again, so that you all can see that the color has started to come in. Just now I'll show you guys. I did it in this pot, so that in this particular pot, because I don't need to do it in this big pot. However, I did it so that the chicken could spread out evenly, so that you all could see what it looks like. You hear that, folks? Don't add water, too sweet. Yeah, so it has changed to a slightly darker brown color, and this is the color that I am actually looking for when it comes to my stew chicken. All right, so, and if you would have noticed that there is liquid inside of the pot. All right, there's liquid in the pot, and we didn't add any water whatsoever. That is strictly from the chicken. The chicken sprung its own water, and we're gonna gradually add water in a little bit. So how are we all doing today? It smells amazing already. It really does. It truly does. And by not adding any more water, it has started to get just a bit darker, and I'm fine with that. I do have a shortened version of what I'm doing recipe on my channel, so you all could check that out if you all want to get straight to the point. There's a video on my page doing just that for you all. Nice. So I'm going to show you all again. Look at that. And it still has the liquid there. But what I am going to do now, that remaining seasoning that we had in the bowl, I'm going to put it into my pot. And just let that cook for a little bit. So for those of you, hi Russell, I eat that all in one meal. Yeah, if I could, I wouldn't. So for those of you who just came in, we are making Trinidad stew chicken, and I'm not making a full entire meal like rice, peas, etc. today, because I do have leftovers remaining in the fridge that I prefer to eat out before I cook something else. So maybe like about Wednesday or so, I would make something differently, but I still have leftover that I want to finish eating before I make something new, right? Hi Andrew. Thank you, the Savage, for constantly reminding them to like and subscribe. I love that. So yeah, I prefer to eat out the leftovers and not have it wasted than cook something new and then just add to the leftovers that is just in the fridge. So yeah. Oh, it started to spring more water. Look at that. And that is what we want. So notice I haven't added any additional water as yet, and it has started cooking and doing its own thing. Right, I'm gonna give this a good mix again. Alright, and by now what I can do is I can add some water to the pot, because that liquid has started drying down and we don't want the chicken to dry down. We want the chicken to now start cooking. So a key essential thing that you need to do or can do is, if you have a kettle, make sure you have a kettle of water ready to go into your pot, especially if you're cooking one whole chicken. And this is a one whole chicken, minus the feet, but this is one whole chicken that I purchased from the meat shop yesterday, and it's gonna take approximately 1 kettle, 1.5 kettles, depending on how much chicken you're doing, right? But I'm doing one whole chicken today, and 1 kettle is gonna get most of the cooking done for me. So having a pot or a kettle full with hot water ready is gonna increase that cooking time. So you're gonna spend less time by the stove or less time just waiting for food to be ready. So whenever you're cooking peas, chicken, whatever, and you need to add water and you have a kettle, ensure that you have your kettle heated up and ready to throw in the water, so that the water or your food doesn't have to come to a lower cooking temperature. You already maintain that high cooking temperature and it cooks the food faster. Unless you want to do something like slow cooking, then you on a simmering burner or something like that, then so be it. But I like to minimize my cooking time. So my husband taught me, hey, always have a kettle ready. And listen, I spend very little time in the kitchen preparing food or cooking, waiting for food to be cooked. No, we're not making curry chicken, beholder. We are making stew chicken today. I know probably when you see a pot like this, you'll think curry chicken, but no, I'm making stew chicken today. I am trying to turn this down so that y'all can see it can go up. I got a new tripod, so it doesn't work like my ring light used to work. I'm grateful for it, but I have to learn it all over, so I'm trying to find a way to angle it for y'all to see. I think y'all could see it a little bit better there. So I'm going to get my kettle to throw that water in there. Are you living? Yes, I am living in Trinidad, beholder. So I'm pouring that water. Just enough to cover, and it was just enough to cover my chicken. Right? It was just enough to cover my chicken, so I'm just going to give this make sure the chicken isn't stuck to the bottom of the pot. Alright? And it's not. So I don't have a pot cover for this pot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use one of my baking trays to cover it down. So I'm just gonna use this to cover it down and allow this to simmer. I live in Trinidad, Russell. I'm not much on spicy. I love spicy food, but I don't cook with spicy with any pepper because my children eat the same food. So I'm gonna take you all back by the table with me, right? Because we do have to wait for that to cook, right? And the baby's awake, so I do have to feed him. Yeah, you get some more. Okay. So I'm just adjusting my light for this side of the house. All right, so that I can adjust my stand for you guys. Right, so I'm cooking, so my counter is filled with stuff. I have to make sure and top back up on this water so that we put water to hot, so that if we need any additional water to put into the pot, we can have it on hand ready. That's not enough. Right, so I'm just gonna get the baby and I'm gonna be right back. So the baby's awake. Say hi. Right, so yesterday when we did our fruits haul, we got some watermelon, we got some bananas, and we got some mangoes and some pawpaw as well. So my baby has never tried, I've never given him mango because obviously it was not in season as yet, but now that it's in season, I have to try it. I have to try him with it, and see how he reacts to it. Right? Right, so this we have here is called starch mango, right? So we're gonna feed the baby some mango while we wait for our chicken to cook. So let me just wash it out and I'll be right back. I'm gonna wash it out.
Okay.
My daughter loves mango as well. She just had one and she's asking for another one. Yes, it is starch mango, Russell. Right? I'm gonna peel it for you. So for those of you who don't know, this is mango. This is starch mango, right? And how we peel it is we peel it with our mouth. So we peel the skin, bite the skin, and slowly take off the skin with our teeth, right? Like this. Right? So it starts peeling back the mango. So I'm just peeling one for my daughter first, and then I'll feed the baby. And you can see he's already watching because anything that I'm eating, we try him with it. Right, so this is what the mango looks like. Indeed. Right, so I'm not gonna peel the whole thing. I'm going to peel half of it and feed it to the baby. Ready? One second. Alright, so this is his first time eating mango. Thank you. Y'all think he likes it? I'm not sure if he likes it. Y'all think he likes it? Thank you. Y'all think he likes it? I just ate it too. You don't like it? I'm not sure if it's his stringiness it, but I don't know if he likes it yet. So I kind of bite it a little bit so that he has some space to taste it. Yeah, he likes it. So he just started, yeah, he likes it. So he just started like really eating more solid stuff. So I've been trying him out with, you know, different foods to see how he does with it. Yummy. Thank you so very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not. Hi. What? Yeah. Thank you. I think he likes it. However, you know, his taste buds is kind of like being shocked. So it's a bit of an adjustment for him. But I love it. Mangoes don't last very long in our house. And better yet, if I get mangoes that are like half ripe, I make mango chow with it. I can chow just about anything. I love chow. If I get some half ripe mangoes, I will come on and make probably go live making chow, or I'll make like do a pre-recorded video and upload it to my page. Which one do you all prefer? My husband likes pineapple chow, but I can't have it. I'm allergic to pine. So I can't have it. I could eat pine on like pizza, as it's cooked, but raw pine I can't have raw pine. So sad to hear that you're missing out. Yeah, he likes it. If he didn't like it, he would have pulled away or like be trying to hit the mango out of my hand, but the mere fact that he keeps putting his mouth on it, he likes it. Our chicken isn't ready as yet. I'm going to give it a few more minutes first before we check it. And my daughter, she's having mango on the side too. Mama, say hi. Okay, she doesn't want to say hi. Leave it there. Put it on the table. Thank you. Yeah, so having a mango tree in my backyard would be lovely. I probably have to go look to see if I get one of those miniature mango trees that can grow in a pot and have it, because I don't have space for like a big tree right now.
Mom, I need to taste that.
That's not.
It's going out.
1 second, guys.
Mommy, I want ginger.
Yeah. Let's see. Because he did eat more of it. I can see his whole face is mango.
Get out. Mom, can get out?
No.
Mom, get out?
So I'm just gonna wash off his hands and his face and I'll be right back.
Mommy, I want to get out.
You have to wait. You see me holding it, brother? So I'm just gonna wipe him off. Hi. Hi guys. Because by now we have to check our pots. I'm just gonna take my daughter. I'm just gonna take my daughter out of her seat also. Go on and wash your hands. Right? Right, so that's done. Now I'm gonna take you all back by the pot. Right? 1 second. This side is dark. To bring my light back across for you all to be able to see. Right. Smells good. Yeah, Casey. So, our chicken, man, saying that nice golden brown color. It's still not ready as yet. But what I am going to do now is I'm going to add some chopped seasoning to it. So even though we did season our chicken with green seasoning, I like to go in and add additional seasoning to it to slowly get integrated into the dish. 1 second, guys. Tell us what to do. So yesterday what I did was I did chop up some seasoning and I freeze it. So this is chive, shadow benny, garlic, pimento, right? And I freeze it, and this is what I'm gonna use to throw into the pot. If you have fresh one that you can cut up on hand, then fine. So I'm going to slowly add some of this to my pot. Right, and then I'm gonna mix it up. Good evening, I'm from Dubai. Nice to have you. So I'm gonna mix this up. Like that. Yeah. What it would basically do is it just allows you to really save and not have your seasoning going brown, going bad. I'm from Trinidad. I'm not sure if where you all are at, if you all have French made or golden ray, but I am using French made, which is like an orange cooking butter. This adds a lot of flavor to your pot. We use a lot of this here in Trinidad into our dishes, especially our Creole dishes. So this is a salted butter. So when you add it into the pot, it adds a really, is that chicken? Yes, it is. It adds a really nice, that has bouillon in it. No, not that I know of. I'll read the label and see. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Alright, so I had to pick up the baby. Alright, so Our pot still isn't ready as yet. This water needs to thoroughly dry down, and when it dries down, then we more than likely our chicken will be fully cooked. Yeah. So I'm gonna cover it back down. And I'm gonna take you all back by the table. Yeah. I don't have too much to get doing today in the kitchen because I did a lot of it this morning. I had chicken to clean and I had to bake chicken for my husband to carry to work for his lunch. So I did that really early this morning while the babies were asleep. So it isn't much for me to get doing today. So I'm just making some stew chicken so that when it's lunchtime I can have my chicken to eat with my food. No, that is when you... Okay, so on my channel, I have the recipe. I have a separate video outside of me talking and doing all of this with just the recipe alone, right? So what we did is we caramelized brown sugar in oil. So we added oil to a hot pot, and you could use, well, I use either vegetable oil or soya bean oil, right? And then you put brown sugar. Your brown sugar will be dependent on how much chicken you're making, right? And when that sugar gets brown, almost dark brown, frozen and dark brown, that is when you're going to put your chicken into the pot, and your chicken is going to get that brown color. It's not broth. It's going to get that nice rich caramel brown color. Right? So yeah, it's gonna get that rich brown color. Yes, it does. It does have that nice savory taste, and it with stew chicken, it has a nice balance of salt and sweet. So it has a really nice balance in between there. It's not overly sweet and it's not overly salty at all. Your salt content will be dependent on how much salt you like, but it's not a salty dish. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so say hi. It's a Trinidad, yeah, it's a traditional Trinidad dish. We usually have that dish with just about anything. So I love stew chicken with macaroni pie, callaloo, even provision. I love provision. I also like to have it with rice, red beans or pink beans, and stew chicken. I like to have it with lentils and rice. And to top it off, those dishes, I love cucumbers. We call it cucumbers, but I know some places it's called cucumbers. So I love that, and I love to make it into like a chow. So when you slice your cucumbers, you put salt, you put pepper, you put your shadow benny, you put your garlic, and I sometimes put a little tip of either white vinegar or red vinegar. Listen, when I get some cucumbers, I will come on and show you guys how I do it. Yes, it's a baby boy. Yeah, so I like to top off a lot of my dishes, or a lot of my lunch dishes I should say, with cucumbers. I like to eat the cucumber chow as sometimes even a snack. It's really, really good. Y'all should try it. And if you don't have like if you don't have shadow benny or cilantro, or I'm trying to say all the names that it's called in different parts of the world. Bandanya. Okay, nice. Yeah. You can check out my page. You will see a lot of our Trinidad dishes on my page. But if you, like what I was saying, if you don't have shadabeni or cilantro or bandanya, salt, pepper, you could even put a little bit of black pepper. And when I say pepper, I mean like pepper sauce, habanero pepper, like the actual pepper. My granny usually makes pepper sauce for me. So I don't usually have to make pepper sauce, but I could make pepper sauce. I will come on and show you guys how to make pepper sauce one of these days. But yeah, pepper sauce. If you like that spiciness, then yeah. If you don't like spicy, then salt and a little tip of black pepper. Chef's kiss. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for that stew chicken to finish, and then I'm going to take out lunch for myself and my daughter. The baby is still like feeling out food, so you're welcome. Yeah. He is teething right now, so yeah, you're gonna find that he's gonna be doing that a lot. Yeah, so y'all, thank you so very much for tuning into my live. As always, for those of you who continue to tune in every single time, thank you so very much. Hi, CJ. Yeah, he's both mommy and daddy's boy. Yes, you could check it out. I do have a lot of recipes. I have them in really simplified form. So you could check that out. If I have decided to start coming live to show you all the process from start to finish, but I do have pre-recorded versions of my recipes of some of my recipes on my channel. Thank you. Have a great day, Casey. Thank you, CJ. Yeah. 1 second, guys. That's so.
Okay.
So, like I said, I'm waiting for my pot the water to boil down in the pot a lot. Before we go check it out, because it did have a lot of liquid in there, so I want it to kind of be taken down a bit. I live in Trinidad. I'm from Trinidad. Hi, Max Michael. So I'm just gonna pause to just feed the baby a bit. No. That's okay. Yeah, I'm from Trinidad. So I'm just waiting for my chicken to reach the state that I want it to before I show you guys what it looks like. It still does have a lot of water in it, so I'm just waiting for that to dry down just a little.
Hey, it's gonna go by. Yeah. What happened to your face?
So for those of you who have not liked and subscribed, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes, yes, CJ, I'll see you in the next one. So don't forget to like and subscribe so that you know you could stay up to date on when I go live or when I post content. This baby wants to play. Great, thank you so very much. And for those of you who live in certain parts of the world that has access to super chats and super thanks, y'all can check out my channel and let me know if y'all are seeing the super thanks on my long form videos, my normal feed. Let me know if it's available, if it's if y'all are seeing it activated on that side of my channel. Because I could see the super gifts on this side, but I have not really tried out the super thanks, so let me know if it's active where you live. Because I'm yet to try that particular feature out, because I'm not sure if it's available in like wherever you all are watching from. Where are you all watching from? Let me know down in the comments. So I'm going to put the baby in the playpen so that we can get to see what the pot is looking like. Alright, so I'm going to take you all back by my pot on this side here. Okay, I have to put it on this side. And I do have to adjust the lighting. Oh, nice to have you. Alright, so I'm gonna remove the cover of the pot. It still has some way to go in terms of the drying down time. I am gonna taste for salt now. Let me show you what it looks like. One second. So that is what we're working with right now. I do have to taste for salt because yes, I did season with salt, but in order, when you put the water, sometimes the salt tends to kind of dry out, so you want to make sure that it doesn't need to, you don't need to add any more salt. I do have to add a little salt. Let me go get the salt. Thank you, I will. Right, so I'm adding some more salt to this. I am gonna add a tip of ketchup, not much. Yeah, Selena, I think it's that. Yeah, salt. And for those of you who are from Trinidad, Swiss ketchup. Hi, Selena.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I'm just looking for scissors to cut the tip of it.
Okay.
So the ketchup is gonna give it a nice. Which curry you made? I'm not making curry, I'm making stew chicken. So I'm gonna put in some ketchup. This ketchup is gonna thicken up the sauce just a little. If you have coconut milk or coconut milk powder, you can put a little bit in it. I don't have on hand right now. Yeah, it is. Yes, I love stew chicken. I have to taste to check the salt and the sweetness and make sure everything is balanced. Go on, move that from there, please. Yes, it's delicious. And we Trini like to knock a pot like that. After we mix, we always knock in a pot. I'm tasting for salt and to make sure I don't need to add anything else. This is perfect. I don't need to add anything else. However, I do need for the water to dry down just a little bit again. So I'm going to give it like another 10 minutes. So I'm going to cover it down and allow that steam to kind of, or most of the steam, because the cover that I have for it has holes. So most of the steam is going to stay in it. Some will come out. No, I didn't put curry in it, but I do have to make some curry stew chicken to show you all what that looks like too. I just did regular stew chicken this time. Looks tasty. Yes, it's good. Hi, Mike. Hi, Mike Piccolo. How are you doing? I wish I was eating for dinner. Listen, I like to eat sometimes if I'm not eating it with my food, my rice, my stew, my peas and stuff. I like to sometimes take some of the gravy and chicken and eat it with bread. Listen to me. Chef's kiss. So my chicken has a really nice color. Also, I know some persons like to add ruku to their stew chicken. I don't have any ruku right now, but I usually sometimes add ruku to my chicken as well. Yeah. So our pot is almost finished. So we're gonna see what that looks like after. But I just wanted to thicken up the sauce, to thicken up a little bit. I found that it was too watery.
He's fine, Mom. He don't want to fall. He wants fine. He wants to flip up.
So then, hi. Say hi. Nope. Yeah, so we're just waiting for this to dry down a bit and get a bit thick. And thank you, Selena. Where are you from, Selena? Are you from Trinidad also, or are you American, or from the US, or where are you from? Okay, nice. So have you eaten Trini food before? Because you asked about it. So have you eaten it before? Okay, nice. That's nice. So let me put him in the playpen so that I can check the pots. Mango?
No, I don't have more. But I want to read it.
Yes, the baby is cute. He's adorable. Everybody loves him. Right. So I'll turn you guys back by the pot. Let me see what's going on here if I can. I'm trying for you all to see it properly. So I'm gonna uncover the pot again. It should be ready because our chicken is cooked. Yeah. The sauce has gotten much thicker, and as you can see, the chicken has started kind of. I'm gonna have to take this off this time. Hi, Brian. Right. I'm gonna have to take it off the stand to show you guys. Alright. So our chicken is cooked. The chicken has kind of come back from the bone. And as you can see, the sauce is very thick. So our stew chicken is finished. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Just give me a minute. Alright guys, so our chicken is finished, so I can turn off the pot and I'll show you guys what it looks like. I just turned off the stove and this is our stew chicken. That's our stew chicken for lunch, guys. Right, so as I said, I was not making a full lunch meal today, as I do have some leftovers in my fridge waiting to be eaten, and I don't want to waste it. So I just made some additional stew chicken to go with that food, and that's gonna be lunch. So lunch is gonna be rice, provision, dasheen specifically, lentils and stew chicken. That's gonna be my lunch today. Right, I would really have liked to have some cucumber to make some cucumber chow, but I don't. That's fine to top it off. So that's it for this one. Sounds great. Yes, it does. That's it for this live. If you have not liked and subscribed, don't forget to like and subscribe so that when I do, so that when I go live again, you all can see what I am cooking. This baby's hungry and possibly sleepy by now. So guys, I'll see you all in the next one. And for those of you who are interested in